Start recording. Stop recording. Button.
Hey guys, this is Jordan Matney here from the Blind World, and today I'm going to talk about what you shouldn't do or shouldn't say to a person who's blind, visually impaired, or disabled. So I'm going to start off this video by saying give this video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hello if you're new to the channel, nice to see you. Comment down below on what you think should not be said to a person with a visual impairment or disability in general, or differently ability people, and share the video. Okay guys, so one thing I'm going to bring into this conversation that you shouldn't do to someone who's blind or visually impaired is say that they're not blind or visually impaired. Because as a sighted person, if you're uneducated, what do you know? You're not the person. The person who is blind or visually impaired can accurately tell you that they are blind or visually impaired. Like, and it's discriminating to say, oh, you're not blind, when in reality, don't say it. It's discriminating. It's hurtful. Don't say it. Even in an argument, don't say it. Because you're just being angry and selfish when you say it. And I will also point out, you're treating the person different when they feel normal with their blindness or impairment. And I mean this in terms of, well, in my case, I have Bardet-Biedl syndrome, which makes me blind. It's the side effects. So someone say in that scenario, they come and tell me, oh, you don't look blind. Excuse me, but what the hell do you know about me not being blind? Which I don't like, because I am blind, visually impaired. I know I'm blind, visually impaired. I don't like when people try to tell me different just because they know stuff on blind or visually impaired people. Another thing, and I've noticed this in the female population of blind people, never, ever, ever say, oh, you can't be blind. You're too beautiful to be blind. And Kayla with a C has touched on this subject. How Casey sees it has touched on this subject. I hope they don't mind me mentioning their names in this video. And various people I know have mentioned it, including the lovely Molly Burke. And, you know, like, I have to agree with them on this. How is it that if you're beautiful, you can't be blind? Like, that's like saying with me, in the male population, how can you be blind or visually impaired? You're too good looking to be blind or visually impaired. Which is a bit ignorant when you bring it up in a conversation. And people need to think, well, how does that sound? Does it sound good to say it or ignorant? Another thing I'll bring up is saying it if the person is not disabled or they don't look disabled on trains, buses, and public transportation where you can use a free travel pass, which is a pass that the blind and visually impaired in my country have for free transportation, and in other countries in the EU, which is the European Union. And you know, like I say again, if they're uneducated, how do they know what blind people is? And that's the